Adult Conversations on Women Radio runs every Monday through Thursday because we are here to break the culture of silence. So if you have a story you'd like us to bring to the family of Adult Conversations, please send your story in to 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537, along with your name and contact telephone number. Send your story in along with your name and contact telephone number to 0703 175 6537. Tonight on Adult Conversations. She's upset about Valentine's. She's upset about Valentine's. My name is Tolu, 34, and a security man. I'm a father of 2 boys. My wife is problematic. She doesn't understand that the country is hard. She wants me to get her Valentine gift of 25K. I told her I can only afford 5K, but she refused. Since then, she has been hostile to me at home. Please, was I wrong? Please advise me. Tolu, 34, who's a security man, is speaking tonight, and he's saying, I'm a father of 2 boys. My wife is problematic. She doesn't understand that this country is hard. She wants me to get her Valentine's gift of 25,000 naira. But I told her I can only afford a gift of 5,000 naira. But she refused. Since then, she has been hostile to me at home. Please, was I wrong? So he's asking, was I wrong to have told her that I can only afford a gift of 5,000? Please advise me. So the number to call in to give Tolu some advice tonight is 07000 917 917. 07000 917 917. You can also reach out via text or WhatsApp messaging to send a message telling Tolu what you think he should do or what your advice to him is. You can do that. Send that text or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. And anywhere you are in the world, you can also listen via the website www.wfm917.com. www.wfm917.com. Now, please, when you call in, ensure that you turn down the volume of your radio. Ensure that you turn the volume of your radio all the way down so that you can hear me, I can hear you. You can have a smooth flow of conversation, basically. Thank you very much. Also, keep your advice short, simple, and constructive. We really need that. Short, simple, and constructive. Remember not to sound judgmental. Remember not to condemn any other person's opinion, please. Thank you very much. The Adult Conversations Family Group Chat is still very much open and accepting new members. So if you want to join the group chat, all you have to do is send your information. Send your name and contact number indicating interest in joining the group. Send that information via WhatsApp to 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. I'll be seeing adult conversation messages from that platform first before I open the phone lines. Ahamili from Surulere is saying someone has been advising her wrongly, or she's been influenced by her find her. She will get tired. And that's Ahamili from Surulere. Lily from Idrishaga is saying, good evening, everyone. Mr. Tolu, don't mind your wife. You have offered her what you can afford. If she likes, let her continue to be angry. She'll be the one to get tired. Does she really know you guys are not? Does she really know you guys are not dating? Why is she rejecting the gift? Haba. And that is Lily from Idrishaga. All right. Please keep your calls coming in, or you can start calling now. The number again is 07000 917 917. You can also send in a text or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. All right. This one is coming in from Comrade. And Comrade is saying, Valentine gift is not by force. He has to know that the country is hard. 5K and the woman is hostile. Tolu are the wife or the man. Tolu is the man. He's the man. He's the one who's sending the message tonight. All right. Let's start taking calls. Now, first thing I would like to know is how long this couple have been married for. How long have they been married for? How long has Tolu been married to his wife? And is this Valentine gifting a culture with them? Is Valentine gifting a culture with them? Is that something they usually do? Do they exchange gifts during Valentine's? Or is it Tolu that only gives his wife gifts during Valentine's? Yes, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello. Okay, I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all. Please call back. All right. Oh, okay, let me take this one. Hello, good evening. Hello. Okay, please call back. Please call back. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Comrade, good evening.
Well done, Gary.
Thank you very much.
Family.
Everything do. How was your day
How are
today?
you doing for this lack of fuel?
God help us.
It's very, very pathetic and hectic. You get one man, everything great coverage. If everything is good, because it's very pathetic, every time pathetic. Concerning this matter, I'm saying my own opinion. The giving of gifts differs for some marriages. Some like test of affirmation, some like physical touch, some like act of service, and some like the other one. Me and my wife, I do act of service for her. Why she be giving me gift? Somebody remove 5,000 or promise 5,000 for this pandemic and the pandemonium of no fuel, and they are requesting 25,000 for a security man. Well, as you know, I said, you don't go lie on it too. Maybe the man don't go carry himself as a bank manager. Maybe that is why the woman is insinuating to $1,000 gift. Because the first person is the person that I will with. She has started following gang and the cliff. The people that they follow the high society ladies. So I want to say that the husband should call her until I say there is no fuel. And that's what there are some people who say they go pick a job for 2 days and they want to take a buy and thank you, Charlie.
Okay. So Comrade is saying it must be that she's thinking that he can afford it. Probably because he has made her think that he can afford that kind of gift, and that's why she's asking for that kind of gift of that amount. So he's saying in this economic pandemic and everything that's going on, she should understand that he really can't afford it, and that he probably thinks that he agrees with the message that says that she's following new friends, people who she probably wants to rub shoulders with, and that might be negatively influencing her. Okay. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for calling. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from?
This is me from Ikeja.
For me, from Ikeja. Are you calling for the first time for me?
Actually, I've tried calling many times, but I didn't luckily tonight, you mentioned.
Okay, so you are a first-time caller. Thank you. That's for you. Thank you very much for calling.
That woman is stupid.
Okay. For me, you can't say that for me.
No, I don't have money. Just leave me alone. But you see him trying to present something of 5K with the way the country is. No. Don't say that man should just leave his wife. He should keep getting angry. I'm a woman too. No, he should keep getting angry. She will tire now.
Okay, is that your advice? Is that what you want to say to him?
So he should just leave her alone.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you for calling. All right. So for me, it's saying that she doesn't agree with the mindset of Tolu's wife. And she's saying that Tolu should just leave leave his wife alone, that she'll get tired of getting angry after a little while, and maybe she'll come back to her natural state, her normal state, her normal self, without getting unnecessarily angry over this.
The wife is angry.
Hello, good evening.
Tonto, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm very well, Dickin Ben. How are you doing?
Oh, very well, Tonto.
Hope you had a good day today.
Yes, I did. Yeah. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for asking.
All right. Okay. Now, Valentine wahala with you, Abby. I was just complaining to someone yesterday. It's an observation anyway. But in the 90s, this Valentine of a thing used to be very, very active and hot. But gradually, in today's contemporary, world, the hype seems to be going down. Those days, you see girls, you see guys, couples dressed in white and red and paint the city, all manner of colors, especially red and white. But I don't actually understand why the hype is no longer that way. But then, the reason is not far-fetched, like somebody was trying to explain. The economy is not just good. Okay? And whatever that affects the economy will affect the pocket. It will affect the mood. It will affect the spending, capacity. But I think the couple, since they are no longer boyfriend and girlfriend, that should be an understanding, really. When you look at a security guard and his, take home at the end of the month, I don't think if he takes away 25,000 naira from his salary, much will be left for the family to take care of the family. However, I think communication is key. The attitude, if you give me a gift of 10 naira, the attitude and the manner you present that gift, okay, will go a long way to tell you the way I'll receive it. I was watching this lady online, Akindele, the one they call Jennifer.
Yes.
Yeah, she gifted a staff of house, a car, as a Valentine gift. There are people who receive boxers and they are happy about it. There are people who received much more bigger gifts than that. But I think it is the attitude. If you give me a car and you want to abuse me on top of that car, my dear, I will gladly ask you to take your car back. If you give me something much more less valuable than that car, and you appreciate me, and I will see from your heart that you appreciate this gift, the fact that you are giving it to me, I will gladly take it. So I think there's something missing, between these couples, among these couples. It is not, I was not there, but I want to believe that communication, something is lacking about communication. I am not sure the woman just said, you must give me 25,000 naira worth of gift. Perhaps she had been sounding it, okay, darling, I think there's a need. I need this. Can you surprise me on the Valentine's Day and just get it for me? Perhaps it would have been, this notice would have been like 3, 4, 5 times, months ago, and they've been working towards that. And at the end of the day, perhaps the man was not paid and he couldn't get the money to get something worth 25,000 naira. I don't think it should be a problem, really.
Okay, so what's your advice to Tolu now?
Yes. My advice to who profiled the story, is it the man or the woman?
The man.
The man. I will advise him to calm down, okay? Sometimes, some days are like that. If a time will come, let me tell you something, The only constant thing in life is just change. If God blesses that man tomorrow, 25,000 naira will be nothing.
Hmm.
He's going to support that woman with something worth 50,000 naira. He just needs to calm down and pray that God will elevate them. If God didn't do it through him, their children are coming up. Who knows? Is it not Emmanuel that just, largely built a house for their parents? How old is Emmanuel? So God has the way of doing things. If it is not through you, it will be through your offspring. The man should calm down and take it easy and understand that if it not happen today, it will happen tomorrow. It shouldn't come to cause any trouble between two of them. That's my advice. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Dikemben. All right. So Dikemben is saying that in this kind of situation, he doesn't think that it must have come out the way it's written in the story. He doesn't think, he thinks there's more to the story, and he thinks there's a major communication gap between Tolu and his wife. So he's saying in this kind of case, this must be something that she must have been asking for, or she might have been asking for, something that she needs and she wanted to really, really get as a gift for Valentine's. And that thing, whatever it is worth 25,000 naira. So she must have been telling him, and maybe he actually intended to get it for her, but couldn't afford it at the end of the day and could only afford a fraction of it, which is the 5,000 that he had. And he's saying, the campaign is saying that they should talk about it. This is something that they can both discuss, and the way and manner in which they communicate to each other would sort out the situation much faster than this current approach. So he's saying Tolu should talk to his wife, and he should let her understand that, oh, this is the situation and all of that, and try to pacify her, basically, and yes, communicate with her properly, and of course, let her know that when he has more, he'll be able to provide more for her. Now, the subject of Valentine's is definitely one that a lot of people have interest in because of the gifting. Some people like Valentine's season or Valentine's Day because of a lot of things, but some people are mostly interested in the gifting. And to a larger extent, this happens mostly between romantic relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. And in cases like this, the man or the woman may have expectations. And when those expectations are not met, then they feel sad because they felt like, oh, I thought he was going to do something, but then he didn't. Or I thought she was going to do something, but then she didn't. And then it becomes really, really sad. It becomes really, really sad because they had expectations. So in such cases, one of the best things to do might be to just buy it in little bits, little by little, do what you can or save towards it and all of that. But then again, you realize that the economy we live in, and in particular, to Tolu's story now, you realize he is a security man. He's 34 and he's a security man. This already puts a huge limitation as to his financial status already. Now, we don't know how much he earns. Taking out 25,000 out of 1 month's salary could be devastating, could have devastating financial consequences on his pockets, which in turn would affect the status of the home in regards to how much he's contributing and all of that. Now, bear in mind that we don't know what Tolu's wife does for a living. So that's what I'll also ask. How long have you been married for? Is Valentine's Day gifting a culture for you and your wife? And what does your wife do for a living? What does she do for a living? Is she a stay-at-home mom? Or what does she do for a living? So it would be nice for us to know. Now, the reason for asking this particular question, the reason I'm asking this particular question is so that we can understand the financial income of the entire family. Being that in the case where Tolu decides to take 25,000 out of his salary to buy her a gift, if it's still something that she can use her own money to sustain the home in the meantime, or if there's something they can come to, if it's a situation where they can come to a healthy compromise. So Tolu doesn't tell us what his wife does for a living. He doesn't tell us how much she makes. And in this kind of situation, we don't really know what the full income of the family is. But Tolu's point here is that his wife is still being hostile towards him because he offered to buy her a gift of 5,000 naira instead of the gift of 25,000 naira. I'm going back to what Dickin Ben said earlier. He said the way the gift is given also matters. The way the gift is given also matters. So in this kind of case, how did he communicate the fact that he could not afford the gift of 25,000 naira? How did she communicate that that's what she wanted? How did he communicate back to her that he couldn't afford what she actually wanted, which is a gift of 25,000? We always talk about open and honest communication here in adult conversations, and it always plays a role in all of our stories. Open and honest communication, which is why I'm asking, how long have you been married for? How, do you know each other to the point where you can understand each other's moods and love languages, basically? How much did this gift, whether of 25,000, whether less, how much did a Valentine's Day gift mean to this woman? Did it mean a lot? Is she a gift person? Is her love language gifts? So if her love language is gifts and you gifted her a gift of 25,000, she would appreciate it because that's her love language. But if you also gifted her a gift of 5,000, she would also appreciate it because that's her love language. So in this kind of case, it's dicey in the sense that there's a bit of information that we don't know, but Tolu is trusting us to be able to give him and his wife actually some good advice tonight. Again, as I always say, if you have lived through this before, if this has been your reality at any point in time, please weigh in and give Tolu some advice. The number to call is 07000 917 917. 07000 917 917. Now, when you call in, please turn down the volume of your radio so that we can have a productive conversation. Also, please keep it short, simple, and constructive. Keep your advice short, simple, and constructive. Thank you very much. Now, back to the story. Tolu's wife is being hostile towards him because he did not get her the gift, or because he told her that he couldn't afford 25,000 naira gift, but he could afford one of 5,000, to which she refused. So he's asking, was I wrong for telling her this? Please advise me. Was he wrong? And what can he do better? I'm always solution oriented. So it's important that when you answer the question of whether he was wrong or not, it's also important to, tell him what to do and what next to do in the case that this happens a second or third time. They have 2 children. They have 2 boys. And Tolu is a security man. So those are some facts that are important to this story. Those are some facts that are very important to this story. All right. So Comrade is saying that Tolu has raised your status. Tolu, have you raised your status maliciously that prompted your wife to request 25K gift in this no fuel in Nigeria? Have you tried offering her 5K? Temporary of the campaign is seen falls down to economy. So to when we went at a bar, we were only 20 out of 300 capacity. Let him discuss with his wife. I received swimming bandana and swimming watch as Valentine's gift. Okay. So he said, yes, communications may be lagging and her own peer pressure from her friends. Let us make do now and discuss security. Since the man is a security man, he could be depressed. A Valentine's gift that you're given by force or forced is fake. The security knew what is passing through the wife's throwing tantrums. Yes, some people forcefully give gifts and frowningly. All right. Well, it's important that we understand what the context of the story is and the fact that Tolu is asking, was I wrong for telling her that I could only afford a 5,000 naira gift? Was I wrong for that? And what is your advice for me? So Tolu is 34, security man. That tells us that his finances are not exactly in the best place when it comes to earnings and remuneration as a means of income on a month-to-month basis. So what can be done in this situation that can help to lose wife's hostility towards him? Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Thank you for calling. Please, what's your name or where are you calling from?
1 minute. Comrade.
Comrade, okay.
How can somebody be asking me, say, if he's wrong, asking or telling a woman that she's married with the money, carry palm wine and attache and okay to go and pay for her, whether is he wrong? That's why I answer, say, now the woman they marry him or they marry the woman.
Comrade, why is that important? Comrade, why is it important whether he married her or she married him? She's not property. So even if he paid bride price, it doesn't make her property. She's not his property. She's a human being.
I'm not talking about property.
No. What you're saying, hold on, comrade. Comrade, hold on. What you started out saying was, why would he be asking, is he wrong for a wife that he married with his money? It doesn't matter whether he married her with money. What I'm trying to tell you is that point of wife that he married with his money doesn't play any role in this conversation.
Okay.
It doesn't matter whether he married her with his money or whether he borrowed it. It's not important.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying she is not property.
It's not wrong.
Okay, so you can go ahead. Okay.
Even if they go away with the money, they have right to ask him.
Hello? Okay, so I needed to clear that up because, you saying that wife that you married with your money, it doesn't really matter. This is why the subject of bride price is very, very debatable in Nigeria today. Because, it doesn't make the person property, whether you married her with Ogiri and Tatase and your money and all that is not important. If you didn't want her to be your wife, you would not go through that. So it's as simple as that. That's why I pointed out she's not property. So regardless of whether you marry her with your money or not, it's okay to ask, oh, was I wrong for saying this? Or maybe could I have said it better? Is there a better way I could have approached the situation? Which is what I believe that Tolu is trying to ask. So let's address that question and also give him solution just to sort out and bring to normalcy the state of his relationship with his wife. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Please, what's your name or where are you calling from?
I'm Favor calling from Ikorodu.
Tell me your name again, please.
I'm Favor.
Favor from Ikorodu. Are you calling for the first time, Favor?
Yes. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Are you calling for the first time?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So what are your thoughts? Do you think Tolu was wrong for talking to his wife about the fact that he cannot afford a 25,000 naira gift, but he can afford a 5,000 naira gift? And what is your advice for him?
I don't think he was for doing that. I think he did the right thing. And
hello, are you there? Okay, Favor, please try to call back if you can. All right. The comment is saying, how can you be wrong telling the wife you married that you can afford 5K? Then you did talk property. All right, I already explained that. So moving on. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Chichi. Hope you had a good day today.
Yeah, what of you?
I did too. Thank you so much.
Okay, I didn't start from beginning, but I think I can get some of it.
Okay.
So Tolu, the wife said they wanted a 5,000 naira gift. But
yes.
Tolu said that they can only afford 5,000, right?
Yes, and she refused it.
And the wife refused.
Yes.
And the wife refused, Abby?
Yes, she refused.
He should, one, if the wife is not like that, well, maybe he have already used all this material gifts as a gift. He have already used to giving the wife those gifts. So now the wife does not want to collect the small money one. And secondly, maybe because maybe the friend that the wife moved with. Maybe he's moved with all these high class friends that my husband bought me this from Dubai, he bought me this designer, this is what he has me for Valentine, this is what I tell my husband I must do for me. So maybe that is the reason, but he's not wrong.
Hmm.
If you give your wife gift, you don't want to collect it. Take your gift and not kill yourself, please. Don't be looking. And not kill yourself. You have to do the right thing. So that is it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Chichi. Thank you so much. All right. So Chichi is saying that in this situation, she doesn't think that Tolu is wrong for telling his wife that this is what he can afford. She's saying that maybe the wife is following high class people who probably have flaunted their gifts from their own husbands and possibly gifts they brought from maybe abroad and all of that. And she is feeling the need to match up, which is why she's asking for a gift of 25,000. And then Chichi is saying that if you've given her a gift of 5K or you're offering her 5K and she's refusing, well, keep your money and keep your gift. She will come back to her normal state of mind later on. And she'll stop being upset about it. You should just move on. And that's what she's saying. But how does that sustain the peace of the home? How does that sustain the peace of the home? How does that maintain happiness within that home? Isn't there a way that Tolu can reach out to her and get through to her in a way that she can understand certain things? Hello, good evening.
Yes, hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you very much for calling. Please, what's your name?
Yeah,
Where are you
thank
calling
you.
from?
This is Jordan speaking from Nigeria State.
Endurance.
Yeah, from Nigeria State.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Are you calling for the first time?
Yeah, this is my first time.
I appreciate you calling. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome. Please go ahead.
All right. Concerning the matter this evening, I'm so glad if the wife may listen to me. You know, in this like this currency our condition in this country, she asked her wife, her husband, 25,000 for only just Valentine gift, and her husband said that no, he can only give her 5K. Okay.
Yes.
Just imagine, here. I can't tell this so I'm so confused about this. My advice for the wife is that let her calm down, okay, and ask God for wisdom. You understand? Because let me just use this word. Devil is trying to bring confusion, to bring destruction in our marriage life. Okay, just because of this Valentine that should become something like argument or this kind of thing can lead to destruction. And I mean, they can break up in this kind of situation. I think you understand that. And if there's let her know the kind of friends she will make, because sometimes there are friends like what your husband offered you in this Valentine, and due to our own knowledge, she will not say that this and that with around begin to narrate useless story to her, which is very bad. So it is my prayer that may God grant her wisdom for her to build a marriage life of standard. Okay.
So what's your advice to Tolu? What is your advice for Tolu the guy? What is the advice for Tolu the man? Because he's the one asking for advice. He's the one who's actually asking for advice.
Okay. So my advice for Tolu is that Tolu should not worry, okay? If God say that yes, that is his wife, he will be okay. Let him not think extra mile, okay? Everything will be alright. And I know that it's his wife that begs for money, but let him also keep on begging his wife that no problem, let her calm down. Okay, this is a woman, eh?
Okay.
So Tolu should just keep on begging his wife that everything will be alright. Just manage this first, okay? And if possible, if it can be created a little, maybe thank you then, or no problem. Everything will be alright, just ahead. That is all.
Thank you
Woman
very
are just
much.
like that sometimes.
Thank you, Endurance. Thank you for calling. All right. So Endurance from Ajawa Estate is saying that he doesn't think that this should be a major issue, but he's also saying that he can understand why it is, being that the woman is the one asking for this gift, and 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 the situation on ground is one that he's offering her 5K because he cannot afford the 25. So he's saying that if he can increase it to maybe 10,000 naira and then still offer her a gift or the money, then maybe that's something that can be compromised on. That amount can be compromised on. He's also saying that she should pray for wisdom so that she doesn't ruin her home with this kind of attitude. For Tolu, he's saying that Tolu should just keep begging her and try to make her understand what the challenges are and why this is the case. So thank you very much, Endurance. Now I want to ask this question. That's why I asked earlier that is Valentine's Day gifting a thing within that family, within Tolu's family? If it's a thing, meaning that she gets him gifts, he gets her gifts, then in this case, she might have been expecting that, oh, okay, he would do this for her. And in this case, she must have felt slighted or upset that this didn't happen. Then also, how has Tolu come through in times past when it comes to gifts? Again, if gifts are her love language, it will be important for her, even though it's not important for him. How has Tolu come through before in terms of gifts, whether it's her birthday, anniversaries? Does he remember this kind of days? And does he get her gifts on these days? Because if he does, and on this time, on this one occasion, he cannot afford it, I don't think any rational thinking woman would fly over the handle just because on one Valentine's Day, he couldn't afford the gift that she wanted or the amount of the gift that she wanted. If he has been coming through when it comes to gifts, particularly if gift is her love language. All right, please try to call back. The number still to call is 07000 917 917. This is Adult Conversations on Your Women Radio, WFM 91.7. Tonight, we're profiling Tolu's story. Tolu is 34. He's a security man. He's a father of 2 boys. He's been married, and his wife currently is hostile and treating him with hostility right now because he cannot afford the gift that she wanted for 25,000. So she wanted to be given a gift worth 25,000 naira, but he could only afford 5,000, which he told her, and she refused. So since then, she's been acting with hostility towards him. He's asking, was I wrong for telling her that? And what should I do? What is your advice? Call 07000 917 917 or send a text or a WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for calling. Please, what's your name and where are you calling from? Ziggy.
Yeah, my name is Ziggy.
I don't they get
You
us
already
small
know my
small now.
name.
I don't they get us small small.
Yes, you are trying. You are coming up.
Thank you for calling. How are you today, Ziggy?
I'm good. Are you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm calling from First Park.
Yes, you are.
Okay. You see, this very subject matter, I think I'm heartbroken. Why I'm heartbroken is this. These guys are couple, husband and wife, with kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying as much as I can to fix myself. Why? Because I am not the guy this thing happens to. But being a man and being someone that married, I understand by the grace of God how marriage works a bit. I think this is wrong. Why I say so is this. Valentine's Day is just a day. And I don't know, and I'm not too sure if that girl knows what Valentine means, who is Valentine, and what does that Valentine stand for. But in case if she doesn't know, let me just educate her a bit.
Ziggy, I don't think
I'm
you
not
need to
trying to
do that.
judge. I'm not trying to judge.
I know, I know.
This
You're about
program
to go
is a
into
very
the
well.
you're about to go into the history of Valentine and why
This very
Valentine's Day.
program is a very refined program. We don't judge and
Of
we
course.
don't try to pass blame. So,
Okay.
but let me not go into the history of Valentine.
All right. I was
But
going to
will just
ask
tell
that
her
even if you do, you should keep it very brief.
it will be a very brief. Valentine is a priest, though.
Yes.
If you don't understand what it means by a priest, he's a reverend father or a pastor. Okay? Good. Now, this man got you a gift of 5,000 naira.
Okay, let me clarify.
And because of that,
let me
you
clarify.
are being hostile to him.
He didn't get her the gift. She requested for a gift worth 25,000 naira.
I understand.
And he couldn't afford it. So he told her he can only afford a gift of 5,000. So he hasn't even bought the gift. That's what I'm trying to make you see. He didn't buy the gift. He was just telling her that that 25K I no get her more. May I just offer you 5K own? And she refused even the offer.
Understand.
Okay.
The truth now is this. That lady have just got himself in a competitive madness. Why I say the competitive madness is this. She's mingling with some group of people who do not understand what life is all about. And if you check her very well, she might be moving with those who are not yet married. Maybe her parents are not married yet. So maybe their boyfriend got something for them of 25,000 or 30. Now he's expecting the husband to replicate the same thing. Now they have a mouth to feed. They have kids to take care of. They have bills to pay. They have fuel to buy and the rest of other things. The guy now said, I can afford 5,000. On that note, she's behaving funny. I will only advise that guy, you can afford 5,000. If that is a gift, that is what you can afford. Give it to your wife with all sincerity and tell her that, baby girl, my love, this is what I can afford. A Valentine. Have it. This is what I have for you. Let him not feel bad about it. Let him not go and break bank because he wants to impress his wife. Let him not go and steal his neighbor's phone to sell because he wants to impress his wife. Let him not just go and do any dubious something that will stain his name or the family's name